in heaven. Let me show us something. Let me digress a bit. When Jesus entered heaven, the Father welcomed him. He did what? He welcomed him back to glory. And when he welcomed him back to glory, the Father made a statement to Jesus. What is that statement? Let's see the book of Hebrews 1. The Father made a statement to Jesus when he returned back. When he returned back to glory. Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 8. Hebrews 9, Hebrews 1. Hebrews 1 and verse 8. But unto the Son he said, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Who was speaking here? Let us confirm that in verse 7. We understand that. And of the angels he said, Who maketh his angels spirit and his minister flame of fire? Who was that? We are referring to God the Father here. And said unto the Son, he said, Thy throne, O God. Now, this is one of the biblical testimonies about the divinity of Christ. That Jesus is God. When he entered heaven, God the Father welcomed him and said, Thy throne, O God. Thy throne, the Father was referring to the Son. Thy throne, O God, that is, you are welcome back. Come and sit at my right hand side. This is your throne. And he referred to the Son as God. Thy throne, O God, is forever. Now, the moment the Son ascended the throne and he sat at the right hand side of the Father, then the work of baptism now started. The moment he sat there, then he sent forth the Holy Ghost so as to baptize the disciples that have been waiting for 10 days in the upper room. So now, whenever you speak in tongues or you pray in tongues, you are bearing witness that Jesus is on the throne. You are bearing witness that Jesus is on the throne. Because that is one of his works now in heaven. Among his works now in heaven, Jesus intercedes for the church. He prays for us. That's number one function. Number two function. Because it's now our great high priest. He's interceding for us and also is receiving our tithes up there. Jesus being your high priest is entitled to your tithes. Hebrews 7, verse 7 through verse 10 tell us that man that dies collect tithe here on earth, but he received them in heaven. Hebrews 7. Let me quickly digress a bit. Hebrews 7, verse 8 to be precise. Verse 8 to be precise. Say, and here men that die receive tithes. Who are the men that die that receive tithes? They are the men that God put as overseers over his house to manage his kingdom to advance his kingdom. When we all bring tithe to the church, it is the overseer that will know what to do with the money. This one is going to the mission. This one will pay bills. This one will support this person that only feed himself. This one is going here. So men that died receive. Now he said, but there he received them. Where? There. So whenever you throw your tithe, you put your tithe down. It is not only in this offering basket. Never. Whenever you put it down, you are giving it directly to Jesus. That my high priest, this is my tithe. He is the one that is receiving your tithe up there in heaven. Not man. That is why he spoke about treasures. He said, don't put your treasure here on earth. He said, put your treasure in heaven, where they cannot break. Remember that? So where the treasure of man is, there will be his heart. So you have a treasury in heaven. You have a bank account in heaven. Every time you plant seed, you give your offerings, you give your tithe, you make a pledge, you are depositing the money in your bank account in heaven. You are lodging the money in your bank account in heaven. And guess what? We have angels of God that have been assigned to always put it in record. So now, Jesus as your high priest, number one, is interceding for you. That's one of the roles of high priest. He prays for his people on earth. Number two, he received their tithe. Now he's doing that in heaven. Number three things that Christ is doing is that he's baptizing his church with the Holy Ghost and fire. That is what he does. He said he is the one that will baptize you with the Holy Ghost and fire. So each time you speak in tongues, you pray in tongues, you are bearing witness that Jesus is on the throne. That Jesus is still on the throne. That Jesus is still on the throne. And I see Jesus releasing his power upon everyone here tonight. Amen. In the precious name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Beloved, you have to key into this. By God's grace, during the course of the teaching next week, we shall go into how to receive the Holy Ghost baptism and the requirements. What you need, how to receive the Holy Ghost baptism. But before then, let me call our attention to this truth. Very important. Very important. And that is our opening text, 1 Corinthians 14 verse 39. 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 39. 14 and verse 39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy, and forbid not to speak with tongues. Forbid not to speak with tongues. Forbid not. So, if the Holy Ghost spoke through Apostle Paul that do not forbid to speak with tongues, it means that the Holy Ghost himself knows what is in tongues. He knows the power. He knows the benefit that will stand to derive from it. He knows it. So please, this should be our drive as we seek Jesus to baptize in us. To baptize in us. Now, one of The ways we receive his baptism is when we ask. Is when we ask. You know, he said, ask and it will be given unto you. Now, before we go to that segment full next week, I want you to ask tonight. Last week I prayed for some people that the Lord called out. I am trusting God that the seed has been planted in them and the power of God will surge in them. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you are interested in Holy Ghost baptism, just rise up. It is not compulsory. Don't say, oh, prophet, we say, I'm not serious. No. I won't say that. If your heart is not in it, sit down. It's not compulsory. If your heart is not in it, don't stand up. You are craving to receiving this Holy Ghost baptism. Jesus made it clear. These signs shall follow them that believe. In my name, they will cast out devils and shall speak with new tongues. This is God's desire. This is God's desire for you. Now I want you to go ahead and talk to God. Lord, this is your desire for me. I also want to bear witness of your enthronement in heaven. Give me this gift, O God. Open your mouth and ask. Don't close your mouth. Don't mumble. Open your mouth clearly and ask. Don't say this person will hear my voice. Let the person hear your voice. Don't mumble. Open wide. He said open your mouth wide. I will fill it. Open wide and ask. Jesus. Bible says you baptize me with the Holy Ghost and fire.